In the year 2028, one Big Mac will equal $1 million. From the Gospel of John McAfee. Bro, just learn to code. The Project Freedom Podcast.
Boom. What is up, my self-sustaining techno pirates? I'm back. What is a cyber pandemic? Are we going to have one? And if we did, what would you do to survive and or last through it? So, first off, friends. After the whole katana stuff, and you guys know what I mean by katana. I'm using Yin's phrase right there. It's starting to appear, right, that everything is kind of was getting a little normal again, right? And that people are getting a taste of their freedom back. Right? At least most places. Now, because now all of a sudden, guys, what are we seeing? All of a sudden, the focus on the current narrative is no longer on the katana. It's now on other current thing. And yes, of course, guys, we all know I always support current thing. I know you guys always support current thing too. But is it all over yet? I don't think so. I still sense some kind of sussiness in the air. I think most people do, if I'm being quite honest with you. And I find it ironic, friends, because yesterday when I was browsing a website that I normally browse, ARS Technia, and actually let me pull this article up for you gents out there. It's an article on said site, and I was like, dude, you know what? This is not again. Don't bring this back up again. And yeah, here we go. Whenever this thing will actually load. Any minute now, StreamYard. Don't worry. To hell with this internet, friends. All right, here we go. Guys, I need to get Starlink. I need it ASAP. So as you guys can see, banks on alert for Russia reprisal, cyber attack on SWIFT. So, all right, and this is kind of like a meme, right? The whole cyber pandemic thing. It's something I've been memeing about for a while. And, I'm not the only one, right? If you guys know what SWIFT is, I've talked about it many times on this channel. SWIFT's a payment messaging system that could target well, no, sorry. I'm reading the article. Excuse me. SWIFT is basically a messaging system that our underlying financial system all throughout the world is based off of. Okay. It's a payment messaging system because that's all it really is, guys. It's just a messaging system. So bank, if you in one country, you're in, I don't know, Yugoslavia, and you want to send money to the United States. So bank A in Yugoslavia texts a message and says, boop, 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 boop. I want to send $1 million to you, Mr. Bank. Do you accept? And then the bank in the United States, Bank B, is like, boop, boop, boop. Okay, we accept. Super, super high tech stuff right here, right? Not really. But anyway, that's what SWIFT is, if you guys don't know. And you guys can see, payment messaging system could be targeted as pinch point of global transaction network. And if I'm being honest with you guys, I mean, this SWIFT is no longer the pinch point of global transactions networks. If we're just being real with ourselves here. But okay. Anyway, and so the article says, big banks fear that SWIFT faces a growing threat of Russian cyber attacks after 7 of the country's lenders were kicked off of global payments messaging system over the weekend. So, all right. So what happened with the Russian sanctions, guys, was they got, basically the United States sanctioned Russia and basically prevented the banks over there, the central banks of Russia and just the regular banks as well, from partaking in this payment system. And they're saying that big banks, we don't know which ones, fear, okay? They fear that SWIFT, the system that they use and that they kicked the Russians off of from using, right? You guys catching my drift? Might have a threat of a cyber attack from Russia. So we're already seeing the narrative, right? We're already seeing the cyber attack narrative again for like the 18,000th time in the last 2 years. New Horizons is false flag narratives, possibly, my friend. I swear the only thing that's going to save humanity is for aliens to land in the next few years. Otherwise, everything will go poof within like 10 years. Yeah, I don't know. A low-key kind of just hope it goes poof, my friend. Low-key kind of just hope that. All right, so back to this article, guys. VTB, Russia's second largest bank, and Promyslysk Bank, which I can't pronounce, which finances Russia's war machine. Can they define what that is? Were among the lenders removed on Saturday from SWIFT as a part of West sanctions against Moscow. Blah, blah, blah. And I'm not going to sit here and read through this. The whole point of that, guys, is like this whole cyber attack word, this little buzzword is popping up in the limelight again. Okay. And it's funny, friends. It's funny because it seems like they always want to go ahead and tell you what's going to happen, or what they would like to happen at least, before it actually happens. That totally hasn't happened 10,000 times in the last 2.5 years, but whatever. Let's just completely ignore that. But who else, guys? Who else do we know out there who's been warning about cyber pandemics? Can anyone think? Can anyone come up with an idea? What about this? Does this look familiar to you guys? Does this look familiar? The World Economic Forum Global Risk Report warns of a cyber pandemic. Erosion of public trust and social cohesion. All right, so this is from 2 months ago, but this has been going on. This whole let's just call a spade a spade. All right, this whole kerfunkel of the cyber pandemic stuff. Hey, all I'm saying is that they could just be this could be another one of those coincidental things that have happened in the last 2.5 years, where they say and put out into the news, "Hey, we're worried about something some kind of catastrophe from happening." Kind of like when they were running drills prior to the Katana, right? And what do we know? They're doing the same thing here. Fearless Trader says, "You will have nothing." The Economic Forums, New Horizons, yep, and you will be happy. No, I will not eat the bugs. I'm sorry. I will not eat the bugs, friends. And you guys shouldn't eat bugs either, right? So, all right, the World Economic Forum's annual global risk reports echoes warnings of a looming cyber pandemic and an erosion of public trust and social cohesion, blah, 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 blah. Look, okay, guys, and here's a quote from Mr. Schwab himself, but you know what, guys? I don't have to read that quote to you guys, because actually, if we're all just being honest here, Mr. Klaus himself has said it in this YouTube video that I'm going to show you guys right now. So instead of letting me read it to you guys, why don't we just let Klaus? Let's let Klaus do it, right? Let Klaus do it.
We all know, but still pay insufficient attention to the frightening scenario of a comprehensive cyber attack, which would bring to a complete halt to the power supply, transportation, hospital services, our society as a whole. The COVID-19 crisis would be seen in this respect as a small disturbance in comparison to a major cyber attack. To use the COVID-19 crisis as a timely opportunity to reflect on the lessons the cybersecurity community can draw and improve our preparedness for a potential cyber pandemic.
Right. Okay. Cyber pandemic. It's a coincidence. New Horizons. Yeah, dude. Totally. It's just a quinky dink, right, guys? Fearless Trader. By the way, Josh, I'm Darwin from DD. Joined less than a week ago. Oh, what's up, my friend? Good to see you. Good to see you in the hoose. Gee, I wonder why there is an erosion of public trust. I know, right? This guy reminds me of a James Bond villain. Yeah, it's because he kind of is, man. It's because he kind of is. We all know what's like. I don't need to spend my time to tell you guys like who that guy is and where he's from and what he's done, right? And who he's involved with. One could argue that this man has his hands in some of the FUCKERY of the current thing, because again, I support current thing, right? I know you guys, my viewers, you guys always support current thing. So, we had to talk about current thing again, right? Eric G, what's up, everybody? What is up, Eric G? Good to see you. So, what do we know so far, guys, about what they say in public? It's almost like sometimes they're trying to tell you what they're going to do before they do it, right? And in my opinion, folks, I'm making a joke out of all this, but this is something that you should all take seriously. If I'm being quite honest with you guys, not saying that a cyber pandemic is going to happen, but the same stuff was going on prior to 2.5 years ago. Katana, wink, wink. You guys know what I mean? And the same narrative up ramp was taking place, right? They start slowly telling you about things, and then up it happens. Oh, everyone accepts it because that's just normal. We've been talking about this. Come on, guys. We've all expected it. Can't you guys tell from the drills we've been running? In Minecraft, of course, right? But in my opinion, this narrative has been being pushed for quite some time. That's not an opinion, all right? The fact that the narrative is being pushed for quite some time, that's not an opinion. That's a fact, okay? My opinion is that this is going to be, or could be, if and when they pull it off, kind of like a last final step attempt, an extinction burst, if you will, in order to get control of the financial system again, because the financial system is all over the place as planned, right? As planned, one could argue, as planned, and to enact some sort of, I don't know, Greaticus Reseticus, and afterwards, I can't really tell you guys. All right. I can't really tell you guys, but I can tell you that after the cryptocurrency, what is it called? Yeah, the thing that the ice cream man did, guys. What is it called? An executive order. Excuse me, the executive order. After the cryptocurrency executive order. Now, okay, so first, guys, and remember, and if you guys go back on my channel and look, I literally have a video. It's a very shitty video because it was, hey, I was new back then, right? But you'll still get the information out of it if you go and watch it, okay? The video is called FedCoin is Abomination or something like that. Just go look at my channel for FedCoin, all right? First, the fact that they were having a CBDC, a central bank digital currency, could have been a possibility. First, that was a conspiracy theory. Now, well, I mean, don't mind if I do fluff myself up here for being right on that. Now, in that bill, in the executive order, not a bill, executive order, Mr. Ice Cream Man over there is saying that, and all the Fed themselves is that like it is top priority now, top fucking priority for the United States to get their central bank digital currency in order, right? So they basically, guys, they want a blockchain based, I believe. And I should do another stream about this, about CBDCs, because there's a lot of intricate nuance involved in it. I believe they want to have a CBDC based off of blockchain tech, not a public, immutable, open source, visible blockchain like the ones we know. I think they want a private enterprise blockchain. That way that if they, if you commit wrong speak or you commit wrong think, they can just freeze your wallet or do whatever they want with all the information that they have, every single transaction that you make. But anyway, again, that's probably just some kind of conspiracy theory, and probably not totally not grounded in anything physical, any way, shape, or form at all. That's totally just me wearing my tinfoil hat. Okay. Fearless Trader says Schwab ETF or Pelosi ETF. Massive plans to stem the global population explosion. The plans are just coming to be more blunt. Yeah, they're getting jiggy with it for sure. New Horizons, yeah, aliens, please land already. Save us from ourselves. The fancy YouTube video they posted said that they would have to, quote, scrub, quote, the internet to stop the COVID-19-like virus. Claybuster in the house. Well, you know, my conspiracy theory list has become a fact list. I know, right? It's almost like we're living in some kind of like novel or something. Scrub the internet. Now, after all their corrupt BS is out in the open, gee, I wonder why they want to scrub the internet. Gee, I wonder why. Fearless Trader, it could never happen here in the U.S. Right. Okay. We're going to get into that. We are going to get into that. Don't worry. Eric G, do you think most likely that the CBDC, they will build their own chain? All right. So, Eric, here's the thing. Man, I am going to have to do, you know what? Let me take my notes real quick, guys, because I'm for sure going to have to do a stream on this tomorrow. But I will answer that though. Let me make a note for this. CBDC. Okay. So to answer that question, all right. So like, if they want to be able to, like, why would anyone want to have a blockchain based central bank digital currency? Because it's instant, because it actually wouldn't be instant. It would probably be slower than us sending money now via like Cash App or something like that, right? That's because we already have a digital currency. The US dollar, which I don't even know why we call it a United States dollar. It's really a Federal Reserve note. That's probably just a conspiracy theory. Definitely doesn't say that on the thing. Anyway, back to the topic at hand, friends. Why would they actually want to do that? Well, because they wanted to be able to truly and fully actualize power from having blockchain tech, i.e., like the inverse of it. Then, yeah, they would need to have their own chain, right? Otherwise, if it's on a larger decentralized chain like Ethereum, although I am a little sussed out with some stuff going on with Ethereum, we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that. I'll talk about that tomorrow on the next podcast. But I mean, okay, so you guys know USDC, right? Circle and Centre, the companies that basically made USDC, and you know they still make them. It gets burned, and then they get whenever they need to go and do their numbers. Some get burned, some get created, et cetera, right? They have the ability to freeze transfers from specific Ethereum addresses on USDC. Go and peep out the smart contract if you don't believe me, and they've done that to people before. The problem with that is, I mean, like, you could just use a coin join, or you could just, like, I don't know, the problem is there's no identity to these addresses, right? So they would have to know beyond a reasonable doubt that the address that they're targeting is indeed the address that they are wanting to target. Otherwise, you know, they done goofed, right? But yeah, I do think that. Okay, so here's what I think. I think that they want their own chain, because I know I haven't answered your question yet. I think that they want their own chain. I don't think that we have the competency and the manpower and the IT power, because all the good engineers, they're not working for the fucking government. Maybe some of them are, but I think they're going to have to end up probably, in all honesty, if I had to like gamble on it, Russian roulette, gun to my head, they probably make that coin on Ethereum, if I'm being completely honest with you. And then the long-term goal would be to have their own chain. I really don't know exactly what that would look like, but I can tell you that if they had a chain that was strong enough and powerful enough, and the code was all set up, the infrastructure was all set up, they would most definitely use their own chain. Are they going to be able to right off the bat? No, I don't think so. I could be wrong. They could have all that stuff done already. I could be wrong, but I don't think so. New Horizon says, remember the words US dollar in all caps, since it is in all caps, could also be a variable that means another thing. I forget how the English part here goes when you cap a word to allow it to mean something else. I'm not quite sure what you mean, my guy, but I trust you. So, like I said, I think that said cyber pandemic, if and when it happens, it would just be an attempt to, oh no, here's what I see playing out, guys. The crazy tinfoil hat time, all right? I see, oh no, Russia, the bad guys, Russia, because that's one of our only 5 cards we've ever played in the last 100 years. Russia FUD. They're attacking our financial system. Oh no, all of our financial systems messed up. We're gonna have to reset everything. Sorry, guys. And I don't think that's how they wanted to go. I think they wanted to be able to do all that stuff during the katana, but didn't really work out that way. But all right, so let's say that does happen. Let's just say that some massive cyber attack is carried out on Swift here in the United States and maybe across the globe. Should you be worried? Well, if you're a normal friend, then maybe yeah. But if you're based like my followers are, like you guys, then probably not, right? Just get some crypto, bro. Seriously, as much of a joke as I wanted that to sound like if you can be sovereign and house your own wealth free of authoritarian control, I think you're going to be all right. Speaking of, here is an article from NASDAQ, on NASDAQ actually, but from Bitcoin magazine, if I could find it. Where the hell? Here we go. Boom. Are you tired of COOF lockdowns? Well, a cyber pandemic seems to be next. And as you guys can see, it's from Marty Bent of Bitcoin magazine. And what does Bitcoin have to do with a cyber pandemic, friends? What does Bitcoin have to do with a cyber pandemic? Well, let's find out. As the Facebook /Instagram /WhatsApp shutdown, I can't believe I forgot about that happening. You guys remember when that happened? As the Facebook and Instagram WhatsApp shutdown demonstrates, the Crab 19 PANDEMIC may just roll into a cyber PANDEMIC. The below is a direct excerpt of Marty Bent's issue number 1088. Beware of the cyber pandemic. Cyber for the newsletter here. I can't see that because it's on Twitter. All right, so are you tired and or beaten down enough by COOF lockdowns and the vitriol and confusion that has been accompanied by them? Ready to get back to some semblance of normal? Well, you may not have that luxury, as it seems. So sorry, guys. Like I was saying at the beginning of the stream, everyone's getting a taste of freedom now. Are you guys ready to be free? Oh, sorry. That might not happen because as it seems, a cyber pandemic that has been choreographed. I love this article. I love this dude. Who wrote this? Choreographed by the World Economic Forum and its lackeys. As most of you are probably aware, Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp experienced global disruptions today. So this was the day when that happened, this article, I suppose. So it's inaccessible, blah, 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 blah. There's some information about that. These disruptions can add to a list of disruptions that started with the oft-report ransomware attacks targeting critical infrastructure earlier this year. Who knows what the post-mortem on today's events will surface? But your crazy Uncle Marty and Tini are parked high in the air, as it seems that the cyber pandemic conveniently predicted and wargamed by the parasites at the World Economic Forum earlier this summer seems to be coming to fruition. Dude, whoever wrote this article, this dude is based. I hope he's going to be at Bitcoin 2022 in the next couple weeks, because I'm going to be there and I would like to shake this man's hand 100%. Anyway, so getting into this article, I believe it comes down to having to give people the realization that you have the ability to self-custody your own cryptocurrency. Okay? Pretty important thing, my friends, at least in my eyes, because when I first found out, the most important, biggest thing about Bitcoin was the fact that you can have it and you can use it as a tool for being self-sovereign. Nobody can touch it if you use it the right way. If you custody it the right way, nobody can steal it from you. You can get killed and nobody can steal it from you. And you have complete control of, for the first time in our lives, your own financial energy. my mind, like I was like, I'd rather just have Bitcoin than just cash. I don't care if number go up or if number go down. I'd rather just the ability to be sovereign and have the freedom from that. That was what was most important to me. Alex Jones has entered the chat. New Horizons. When I developed new newspapers, my title was all caps contractor. And they even explained to me that it didn't mean the typical contractor because it was caps per manager. Huh, okay. They were talking about pulling down the power grid. Yeah, we've already seen some of that. Gerfunkel, right? That's the part that concerns me. So I think I did a stream before a little bit about that. I don't think that it's possible for them to knock every single power out 100% for forever. I mean, I live in Florida and there's hurricanes here and there's lots of generators here. I'm from New Orleans, Louisiana, and like everyone and their mom has at least 2 generators. So like, you know, call it a quote freak out, Josh. I should have called it a freak out. Any story behind the new channel name? Yeah. So first of all, I'm hoping now that I will stop getting DMs of people asking me for my Eat Lift program. But I did like the ELP name. I never actually even picked that name, guys. ELP. That was just a friend of mine picked that name for me, Jonathan from Modern Life Dating, and I liked it. It was a good name. But I am trying to be more easily searchable, and I'm hoping that's going to help me pull it off. Because like, and ELP actually was pretty good for SEO. SEO means site search engine optimization. But I think that when people saw that name, they don't really know what the channel was about. And in all honesty, I haven't done anything about like lifting or eating at all in the channel. And so it's pretty much tech, right? So I figured this would be a little bit more streamlined and a little bit more like less confusing to people who wouldn't know what the channel is about. Smart meters, they'll just turn off anyone that isn't required, like police, fire, hospitals, etc. Yeah, dude. God, I hope not. God, I fucking hope not. But like, learn how to do things, guys. You don't have to be worried if you are a sovereign individual. Okay, if you base your life on being sovereign, this should be zero concern for you. In all honesty, okay. Learn how to utilize things how like blockchain tech. If you don't know anything about blockchain, developerdirection.com. Boom, there you go. Although we don't have a blockchain course probably until 1, 2, 3 courses from now. We probably won't have another blockchain course, but you sign up for the year and you can learn. However, what else? I mean, dude, just get heckin' Starlink, bro. Just get heckin' Starlink. I'm working on that. I was saying at the beginning of the stream, because my internet here, even with the fiber, like, so, okay, so I'm getting like 100 down and like 100 upload. And I'm hardwired in, and sometimes stuff that doesn't work. I think I'd rather trust, because of all these people in this building using the same internet, I think I'd rather just trust a heckin' Starlink, bro. And plus, if the power grids go out, at least I know that I have Starlink in the sky beaming down access to the internet for me. Right? Learn valuable skills, guys. Learn, like, this is going to sound super lame. So I'm looking at my sofa right now with my spotted dog laying on it right now. And he likes to bury things in the sofa. And when he goes to dig them up, the most recent time that he dug them up, he literally tore open the sofa. And so I was like, I like this sofa. I don't want to replace it. I'm just going to fix it myself. So I got a sewing kit and I sewed it together myself. That's right. I'm a gentleman and a scholar, guys. I'm a Renaissance man. Come on. Come on. But even doing things like learning how to change oil in your car, guys, learning how to fish, just being generally sovereign, learning skills like programming, like literally sewing, as lame as it is, right? You can exist in a world that everyone else depended on, and you don't have to be. Okay? Claybuster says, in 30 days, I'm going to disappear like a clay target I just shot. Been getting in pieces in place, dude. Good. I have my plans too. One of my plans, Claybuster. I have like different tiers of like how I would like to be if stuff went down. And and I already have my bottom tier covered, but like my upper mid-level tier was I need a techno silent yacht, a Ford Bronco, and a helicopter, right? And the techno silent yacht needs to house all the Ford Bronco and said helicopter. And then I have impervious land access via Ford Bronco. I got impervious air access via helicopter, and I have impervious water access. Nobody can stop me unless they have, pew pews. Unless their pew pews are better than my pew pews, which again, I don't have pew pews because that would be bad, right? Because I would only support pew pews in a video game and in Minecraft. So just so you guys know, and also, but in real life though, I do support current thing, just to make sure you guys stay on track with that. But yes, guys, just educate yourselves on everything. Educate yourselves on everything. Don't be freaked out about this kind of stuff. Self-custody your assets. Don't leave them on exchanges. Okay, I'm serious. That part. If there's anything you guys take away from that, I'm not saying for you guys to use a Trezor. And obviously, I'm not even in the real world right now. I'm in Minecraft. I'm not a real person. This isn't a real Trezor. All right, this isn't even a real Trezor because I would never have a real Trezor. But I'm not saying you have to get a Trezor. You can get one of the other. You can run a node in your machine and make a paper wallet. All right, memorize your seed phrase. Bada boom, bada bing. Power goes out. Don't worry about it. You'll get it back when the power goes back on. All right, guys. So that's it. Don't let the cyborg pandemic stuff freak you out. If I had to bet, they're probably going to try. Some people. Actually, you know what, guys? I'll show you who I think they are. Hold on. You know what? This would be a great way. This would be a great way to finalize this message for you guys. What's up, guys? I'm Josh, or as you probably know me, eLift Program, and I'm here to talk to you about Developer Direction. What is Developer Direction, you might ask? We are the ultimate IT network and training academy. Ever heard of Fight Club? Yeah, it's kind of like that, but with more computing power. We teach and give courses just like boot camps, but that's not all. We help people actually get jobs, unlike colleges, and we help people get better jobs with better pay and a better life. Here at DD, you don't get grades because your performance is reflected upon by how good you're doing in the real world. You won't accumulate hundreds of thousands of dollars in student debt because we offer a one-time yearly fee that's a fraction of that price. And you won't be wasting your time learning about the latest and greatest social trends because you'll be too busy learning about the latest and greatest trends in the tech and IT market. From courses to networking to problem solving to teaming up together on projects, giving and receiving mentorship, we've got it all. So whether you're a beginner who knows nothing about code or tech, a college student, or a 50-year vet, we got you covered. So head on over to developerdirection.com, sign up for the mail list if you want to keep up with our latest and greatest. You've all paid insufficient attention to self-custodying your digital assets. And I, Klaus and Hyman, I'm here to tell you all that you need to go and learn how to do these things, okay? Josh is gone now. He's not here. I did something with his body. I don't remember. He's chopped up on pieces in the floor. But if you guys want some help, go to worldeconomicforum.com and contact me. I, Klaus and Heim, will be there to help you all, okay? Speaking of getting help from Klaus, I am Klaus. What am I talking about? Hold on, Josh. Go back to the other character. I need to. If you guys haven't noticed, I've changed my stream time too. So now it's. I started at 6:30 Eastern time, right? And I need to tell my group. I need to tell the Telegram group. We got 140 people in the ELP Telegram chat, and since now I am formerly known as ELP, now known as Tech Chief. Hey, how are you? I'm gonna have to change the Telegram name. Everyone's in there. Yin is in there with he just posted 15 different names of what we're going to change it. I think I want to change it to the Techno Yacht Party. I think I want to change it to Techno Yacht Party. That's what I think we're going to do. So not talking about the DD chat. I'm talking about the original ELP chat. And by the way, if you guys do want to get into that, eliftprogram.com. Actually, guys, if you go to techchief.io, you'll reroute to eliftprogram.com because we haven't worked on that website yet. I'm going to get there. Don't you worry. LOL, no way. Where's the unsubscribe button? You have paid insufficient attention to unsubscribing, but don't unsubscribe because Klausenheim, I'm taking over channel now. Okay. All right. I have meeting with World Economic Forum in approximately 5 minutes. I need to go. I hope you all had a great time on the stream, and I hope you all earned a good education while watching the stream. Good night. Goodbye.